Could ChatGPT help you find your dream man?
It's amazing. I feel like the way the world's moving, if you're not using ChatGPT or AI, you're going to get left behind.
So hot girls use AI. That's the title.
Let's get into it.
But really, okay, so I want to kind of get into this because it's a viral trend on the internet of people saying, like, I don't know if you guys have seen those memes of people like by themselves holding like hands with like a fake like AI person. It's like, and they're like, me and my ChatGPT. So me and my sister have been obsessive with going into the depths of ChatGPT and the different ways you can use it. So one of the interesting things that I've seen, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's girls talking about on the internet that you can, as you talk to your ChatGPT, it starts to learn you a lot, right? And so I've given it like my birth chart. And then anytime I'm dating someone, I'll give it their birth chart. And then it will say, and then I can be like, this person's not like emotionally opening up, or they don't have like, we're not having like deeper conversation. Then I'll be like, well, their moon signs in this house, so how they communicate is like this, and you communicate like this. And so then if you ever talk about them in the future about a subject, it'll be like, pull it back from like your birth charts. So one of the things that I asked that I saw on social media was, okay, based off everything you know about me, describe my perfect husband. And then it went into like depths on like the perfect guy for me, which was really crazy because even if I tried to describe my perfect husband, I don't think I would have described it as good.
You're like, send me his number.
The AI is like, it's me. I am your perfect husband.
Choose me. Pick me. But then it's like, but then we have this whole like era that's going on too of like, there's more single women than ever that are like in their 30s, and like things are obviously changing and evolving. And where do you guys think the future of like settling down, dating is going to go? And then how do you guys incorporate ChatGPT in your lives now, if you guys do?
I do, for my dreams. Dreams are so cool because if you actually like analyze them through ChatGPT, and I tell it to interpret my dream in a spiritual way, which is great. I literally every morning now, I'm always growing because my dreams will tell me traumas I have or like certain things I need to heal. And every single morning I'm like, God damn it, that's so spot on with like my dreams.
I never thought to put dreams in
It's so
there.
you
That's
can literally
so
say word
smart.
for word, even if it's something like I had a random, like I sharpened
Yeah.
a pencil and I flipped to page number, whatever. It all means something. And you think it's like a stupid dream, but and then I correlate it because it knows me so well. It knows my life and what I'm going through. It goes perfectly. And then I'll do like, I even ask it to give me like meditations or rituals to release that trauma. I cry my ass off like mostly every morning and I'm releasing some shit.
It makes you like documents on what you need to do to heal those things and what you need to say to yourself to help get over those like traumas. I've done the same thing with it, breaking down
growing
dreams.
so fast.
I know, it knows me too well. I'm like, whoa, this is like, I don't need to see that far into the depths of my thoughts, but thank you for analyzing that.
It's like a therapist.
It really is.
Yeah, there's a study done right now that ChatGPT before was the main use case was to come up with new ideas for like work. And now the number one use case is therapy, like using it as therapy. Wow. Like, how do you break down like, I'm feeling a certain way about this. Why am I feeling this? And then, or like you could tell it your goals and dreams. Like, I want to do this in my life, but I feel stuck in this area. And then other stuff that comes up that's not even correlated, it pulls it back and it's like, see that's how you're doing this in your life? It's because you want this, but you're keeping yourself from it in this. It's like analyzing.
It does. It will write you like a plan of what steps you need to take, in what timelines for you to be able to achieve what goals and what things that you might, if you've been talking to enough, things that you might be needing to like drop to like become that best version of yourself. Yeah. And I'm like, it really is such a mirror on what's going on in your head, but it like really breaks it down. That it's amazing. I feel like the way the world's moving, if you're not using ChatGPT or AI, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah,
100%.
I never thought to use it for like therapy. I'm always using it for like informational things.
Yes,
like I went deep into ChatGPT with architect and design, and it created me like mood boards.
Oh, that's sick.
And gave me it gave me all different names of what do you call it? Like different types of houses and how they are like minimalistic, Japanese, bohemian, all that stuff. I don't know anything about architecture, so I just dived in and it was so cool. I definitely want to like look more into it with therapy though.
Yeah.
You can
like,
train it too.
Like, I
you can
got a lot to ask.
You can say like, speak to me right now about this situation I'm going through as if you're Tony Robbins or as if you're like someone that you actually admire or a type of therapist.
It's all on the internet. Like Jay Shetty's teachings are all there, so it just pulls exactly this information.
I also get it too. Say if you're like signing contracts and you have to analyze things that you don't know the right verbiage, and because I'm dyslexic, it's really hard for me to understand things, and I'll put documents in there and be like, simplify this for me, and what is in my best interest? How can I negotiate this contract? So I'm really understanding what I'm going, what I'm signing.
Sure. That's what I use it for.
Yeah, because I don't want to sign things, and sometimes people explain to me, I'm like, okay, I need you to just dumb it down a little bit more. Yeah. My dyslexic brain can't understand it, but it gives it, because it's starting to get to know me, it really spells it out in like a language that I understand. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
There's so many different avenues you can use it for.
Lawyers are expensive too.
I know.
ChatGPT is free. Well, I don't think it is.
And it allows you then to go like kind of redline it yourself and go back and ask the questions in your best interest, and it'll help you.
I went to law school.
Yeah, no, it'll help you construct that email to send over, and then you get to your happy medium, and you haven't had to exactly pay a lawyer.
Yeah,
exactly. If you think about the time it's saving, like the time and like the thought process that would have taken you like so long to figure out. You're having conversations at like such a high level at instant. It really is crazy. I use mine a lot for like health.
Yeah.
Like it knows everything about me. Like I'm telling you, that's all I'm like, okay, so all these supplements that I take, I'm like, okay, wait, can I take this with this? Can I take this with this? Does this have an interaction with this? What exact time of day should I take this? So it like builds me out like plans of like a perfect like
yours is a nutritionist
supplement plan. Mine is like so they're like, dude, this lady has obsessed with health. Yeah, but it knows like everything
but it doesn't judge you.
No, I do the same thing because I like work out a lot, and I like to cook my own foods, and I like to make sure that I'm getting the right amount of protein. So I write down all my recipes and everything I'm doing, and some things I need to cut back on that might be stopping me from achieving those health goals that I'm trying to get to. If I'm overdoing it, it tells me that I need to have my rest days. I'm like, oh, okay, this one just called me out. Maybe take a step back, but I use it for the same thing too.
I ask it everything. To be honest, I think like it's a bit out of hand.
Yeah.
If you want me to be honest.
What should I do today?
One time, this might be TMI, but when I was in a relationship, I had a pregnancy scare, so I used ChatGPT. Is it PT?
GPT.
I always did that too for years.
Anyways, I used it, and I had to take a plan B, and so I know this is TMI, but this is just real. This is just real. And I was in a relationship, so it's fine. But,
so it's fine, okay?
So it's fine. Even if it's not, it's still okay. But it told me, like, it broke down everything that I needed to know because I wasn't sure if I was ovulating and if the plan B was affecting my ovulation and if it was going to work or not. So, like, every single day I would write in ChatGPT and it would tell me, like, this is when you should take a test. This is what you should do. Like, look out for these symptoms. It was so on point. It knew everything about my body. Like, when you talk about health, that thing is...
Wait, I'm now realizing, can it help you with your cycles? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I got the stupid flow app.
It makes a plan for you. It made, like, a symptom plan for me. And, like,
sick.
Now it tracked when I ovulate because I got off birth control. I got off birth control recently, like 5 months ago, so now it's helped me track that.
That's so cool.
Wow.
I need to do that.
Wait, so what do? You tell it like you have your period right now, and then it will tell you when you're going to have it again and when you're ovulating.
You can probably just say like
it shows you
like
your
a period
moods
tracker.
And everything too. Mm-hmm.
And it shows
because sometimes I'm so hard on myself because I don't track my period the way I should. But the week before my period, I have low energy and I'm so mean to myself during that. I'm like, work hard. Why are you being lazy? But really, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, my period when it happens. I'm like,
mine that I'm realizing a lot right now is like, I really realize because I like when I'm dating someone, I have kind of like, you guys don't see it because I'm lovely in front of you guys, but I'm like a little bit of a stubborn brat on like points that I need to like get across. But in all fairness, I think it's helped me in my career because I'll like stand up to like a man. Yeah. I'll be like, I'll have to like, she's like, fuck you. Like, you want to fight?
Johnny, come here.
So it's helped me to be that strong-willed part of me, but sometimes I could just be a little softer. And so it comes out in my relationships. And now I've been like, okay, I'm seeing a common thread. Now I know it's me. It's not the other person.
It's usually them, though. No, just kidding.
It's always them. It's never you.
It could never be you.
So now I'm like, okay. And what I noticed the most recently was I was like, oh, I'm getting more argumentative during like a week before my period or so. Like I'll go to bat to like fight my point way more strongly because I'm already like have a short fuse. Yeah. So if you trigger me, I'm going in on it. And then I'm like, I realized not too long ago, because then on the same points that we were having similar discussions with the guy I'm dating, and then he triggered me again after my period, and I was like, let's not get in an argument right now. I was like a therapist. I'm like,
I actually need to calm down.
And I'm like, why am I being so calm? And then I'm like, oh shit, maybe it's my period. And I never tracked my period before.
So now I me either. I never did it.
Yeah, I get so like doom and gloom. Like I just feel like there's this cloud over me, especially if I'm not like really on with my supplements and stuff, like to balance my hormones and the MTHFR, if y'all know what that is. I got that. Of course we don't. What the heck? So I told you about it. It's the MTHFR gene mutation, where it affects your.
No one watching us.
People in this.
She's a scientist.
No, I'm not. People that know about.
I made her one.
I'm telling you. What people know about the MTHFR gene mutation.
There's so many people that don't.
It's basically like, I'm no scientist. I mean,
well, you seem like it.
But it's like, I'm really not. But it affects your methylation. It affects your methylation. So your body's ability to like methylate certain things, from what I understand, basically like folate, like if you get folate in your diet, but you have like, you could have multiple copies of this gene that affects your methylation function. Like I think I have like a 20% decrease in function. Some people might have like a 50 or 75%, which it really affects them badly. But it can cause like depression and like all, like your supplement, like not supplements, like your B12 to be off, stuff like that. Gene mutation? So it's basically like, okay, when you get folate, you have to take these people, if you take a methylated folate, which means it's already in the active form. So when we get folate in our diet, or like for instance, if in like prenatal vitamins, they have like folate, but if you have the mutation where your body can't, you take it, your body does this like science thing and it turns it into the active form of folate, and then your body processes it. But when you have the mutation, it makes it to where your body cannot turn it into the active form itself. So then it just stores a bunch of folate that's not doing anything for you. So then your body's deficient in folate.
What does folate do to you when you...
I mean, we're gonna listen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to butcher it, but I know it does a lot of things, and it balances a lot of things in your brain. It balances like your B vitamins. It can cause like depression. It can cause just everything to be out of whack. So like if you take methylated folate, your body can actually use the methylated folate because it's already activated. It's already methylated.
So how does someone find out if they have, well, what are symptoms you noticed in order to look into that? That would be good for people to be like,
a lot of people have it, just at different levels, but it's like, it affects for me, I think it was like my mental state, like just battling with just like feelings of like low mood, low energy, like stuff like that, like things maybe being a little more intense for you, like even talking about the week before your period, if you're feeling like really, like I'll notice that it hits me harder if I'm not taking the methylated methylfolate. I'll notice like, oh yeah, that's why I'm feeling like off, a little bit more on edge, a little bit more kind of like doom and gloom. Like the week before my period, I feel like my light, like, oh, I'm so like all this stuff, and then I'm like, why are you feeling like this? Your life is amazing. You're a happy person. Yeah. Like, and then like, my period starts, and I'm like, I'm like back to like reality. Wow. So I think it's different for everybody, but it definitely like depression or like a doom and gloom feeling or like no energy and stuff like that. I think that's
I want to try taking folate and just see if I feel different.
Yeah, it sounds like I need it.
It has to be methylfolate. It has to be methylfolate. Like, so it'll say like methyl hydrofolate, and it'll say like MT or like MTH5 or something. I'll show it to y'all. I'll show it to y'all. But like, for instance, right now I switched to another kind. Body Health is a really good brand. Because like all their stuff's really good, and I'm taking their multivitamin, which has like everything a human could possibly need. It's a really good multivitamin. It has methylfolate in it, but like the pills are huge. That's the only thing.
Can you feel? I feel like when you're really spiritual, you can feel like. Can you feel she was like a healer in a past life?
Like a medicine woman.
She was like, I'm already getting better.
She had all the herbs.
She's like, hold on.
It really is all I care about. Like.
I like potions. She's like healed.
Yeah. Thank you. Because our bodies are so, not to get cheesy, but like we're so powerful, and our bodies are so strong. And like, I think it's great talking about like the ChatGPT stuff, talking about like our technology. It's so amazing because it gives us so much more access to like healing. And think about like now they're developing to where doctors like like a doctor that specializes in like, who knows, like brain stem surgery that's like in Japan can now do a surgery in LA like remotely with like robotic arms. So it's like things like that. It's like, thank God for technology. But then there's also things that it's kind of like we are in a different world now that our bodies are not used to. Like all this like artificial light, all these like different things, these waves that are going around that we don't see, how that's affecting us. Like fragrances, you know, PFA, whatever, like the sulfates, the like parabens, the like all the shit we're touching. It's like
radiation. Did you know you're not supposed to hold your phone while it's charging? That's a really bad one. You're like microwaving yourself if you hold your phone.
So I think honestly, I think don't like let it get you, because I think there's times in my life where I let it get me like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. Don't do that.
Yes.
Just I think if you're conscious in your life of like, okay, what are the toxins or what are the things I can like limit and take out as much as I can in my life, and just do what you can control. Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's like even that balance is going to help you so much as a person. And like go touch some grass and you're good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Ground yourself.
Grass like gets rid of it, I heard.
Do you think with the way that AI is being so integrated into our lives that it is going to change the way humans think in general? Like people aren't thinking as much for themselves anymore. They are relying on technology to give them the answers. So as like a collective, it's kind of going to not dumb us down because we're getting all this information at such a rapid rate, but we're not necessarily thinking for ourselves in ways. Because if I have a question, I'm not going to go research and educate. I just one click of a finger, I'm like, oh, there's the answer.
Yeah, we're getting lazier.
A little lazier.
I wonder if it's going to stop life experience too.
Yeah, I wonder the effects of integrating it. And of course, that's just the way life moves. Technology is always moving, but I'm just interested to see repercussions of how much humans do rely on AI as a resource.
I think what's scary is it's going to hurt dating.
Went down, and then we all, like our generation, knows how to handle things because we can still. If we don't rely on it too often, we can critically think through.
Right, the critical thinking of it.
Yes. Yeah. But then imagine like if the internet went down and all the next generations like, wait, what do we do? And we're all like, well, we did have to critically think.
I think you're spot on. Like, I think Casey's spot on, because it's like if you really think about it, like it's taking away the problem solving.
Yeah.
So like kids are not gonna have to like go out. Like before, it's like if we wanted to know, like when we were little kids, like and our parents were kids, it's like if you wanted to know something, you had to go to a library, you had to find books on it, you had to pull out the book, you had to go research it, you had to figure it out. Now it's like instantaneous.
Yeah, even like the definition of a word, you had to go through the dictionary and find out for yourself. And now it's just like at the click of a finger.
We had to do math. We had to do long. It's like in the future, it's like, come on, you know what's the point? You really need to do that? They're not going to have them doing anything like that. They're just going to be teaching them how to shortcut. They're going to be like these little
computers. Just make them lazy.
They're going to be how to code.
Probably be lazy. And then also I'm worried about human connection going away, because everybody's just going to, especially if people are already saying their ChatGPT is their best friend.
My boyfriend.
Like, why do we even need anyone else?
Well, honestly, like the other day, I know it sounds really insane, but I got it sounds like I argue all the time with the guy I'm dating, sorry. But we got in a tiff at dinner, and I walked to the bathroom, and I asked my ChatGPT, I'm like, so this happened, and I'm like, what did I say? I was like, I brought up this, and then he randomly got all mad about this, and then I felt like I was saying it very nicely, so why would he get mad? And they're like, oh, Tara, this seems to be happening. I was like breaking it down, and I went back, and then it gave me some advice, and I went back, and I was like, said exactly what it said. Or there's been times where like I'll text something out when I'm mad and I want to like prove my point, and I'll put it back into ChatGPT. It's like, you're sounding a little like harsh, and I'm like, really? Because I was just feeling like I'm sounding direct, and like, take this out because these are triggering words and say this. And I'm like, okay.
It's changing the way. That's what I'm saying. Like the way that we communicate. I think it is something that's kind of changing our personalities in the long run, even the way that we speak. Like if you are putting that text message through ChatGPT, it's not necessarily your own words. So it's kind of removing that human element a little bit, which is why I think that's how AI, they say, could take over, because it's not necessarily they're going to take over the world, but they're going to change the way that we communicate. So they are kind of, you know, paving the way that we're moving, which I think is interesting.
I think that could be bad also for kids. You know what I mean? Like development. I do think that there should be limits to certain things, like especially as kids are growing up, because it's like, think about it, if like they don't have a parent that's sitting there like really being a parent and like really teaching them, hey, no, oh, this happened, buddy, on the playground, well, you got to go and you got to do this, like, you know what I mean? It's like figuring things out or figuring out problems, because that's a lot of times like how kids gain their confidence is like because their parents, it's like if you go ahead and you do everything for your kid, just like ChatGPT, if you handle everything, they're always like, oh, I have this to fall back on. They're never going to go and handle things themselves.
Oh my gosh,
they're not going to have the
right.
confidence in themselves, so they're going to grow up and they're going to be deeply insecure because they're always
they have that safety blanket to rely on. Yeah.
So I think it's a great thing. Obviously, it should I think it should just stay as a tool. Obviously, we're all functioning adults that grew up normal. So to us, we're like, okay, this is kind of crazy, but like ultimately we can handle shit. Whereas like a kid, like you were saying, if they're grow up with it and they don't have that like limit of understanding, this is a tool. You don't need to rely on this for everything in your life. I think, obviously there's going to be some kids that don't have somebody drawing that line for them. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like it'd be hard because also you learn from failure. So I feel like it'd be harder to fail because you're always like just checking, and then you probably have a lot of self-doubt because you're always like, the information's right there, so I should just do it correct. So I don't know.
But even if you've got that answer and you're going back to that for the reassurance to get the message straight, it's you're always searching for something. It's not like your definitive answer because you're like, am I doing this right, or do I need reassurance from my AI?
Every single time you're like, wait, let me check, instead of just like trial and error.
Exactly, failing.
And also too much information, because I feel like there's a side of that with like, I feel like that's why more anxiety is so much more like prevalent in our society today and in the world, just because of a lot of different things. Like, the whole COVID thing that happened, the whole, like the way that the internet is evolving, the way that everything is like, we have all short, whereas like if we look 10 years ago, it's like there was YouTube, long form videos, there was like little Facebook posts, but like now it's like we have multiple platforms competing to other platforms on all short form content. So you could just be on your phone for an hour and you watch 60 different videos, 60 different people, 60 different stories. Some are sad, some are telling you how people are dying, and if you don't do this, you're going to die, and everybody's going to die. And you're just like, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, think about like for a child, and think about ChatGPT now. It's like, that's just another layer of all this information, of almost like, there's some things maybe you just shouldn't know. Like, you don't need to look into that. Oh, well, if you drink this water, you could get this eating amoeba that'll eat you. And you're just like,
how they get views is freaking you out too, or making you feel like there's something about you need to fix or change.
Exactly.
So you're like, there's like a new thing I have to worry about every time I go on social media. So yeah,
that's how they keep you hooked.
You know what was weird is like the other day I randomly was thinking about this because me and my mom were talking about it. When I was younger, me and my sister got in like a really bad car accident in England with my grandparents. And we were on the freeway and like a car hit us and we went like spinning around the freeway. Like it was a really crazy, big truck, like a moving truck.
The one that,
Anyways, I was not scared at all. I look back and today, if that happened to me, I would fucking kill myself in the back seat. Like, I was like, I'll live my life before I kill myself. But in the thing, I was like, oh my gosh, I just bought new clothes, like they're in the trunk, like I knew I had money. I had money, like a wad of money. I went to go, like I felt everything was in slow motion. I was going to grab my money so it didn't go flying around the car. I'm like putting it in my pocket. I had this like confidence behind myself that I was like, I know I'm gonna be okay. There was like this confidence and this knowing, like I was invincible. And now I look back at that and I'm like, who was I? But then now, and as I've gotten older, I've gotten more fearful thoughts, or like, now I'm thinking about like, I'm flying that far and I have these thoughts I used to never even care about if I'm flying. So like, then I was like, okay, so as we get older, like more fear is introduced, but then it's like, okay, why is more fear introduced? Oh, probably because of our access to information, like information overload. Like we're hearing about every story around the world. Yeah. And now then we're getting all these, we have too much information. Whereas we're a kid, we're like, don't really know that anything, we're like, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's at such a rapid rate. Like, and the way technology is moving, like think about how quickly this is all like transforming before our eyes, and what's going to even happen in the next year, next 5 years, it's all going to be so different again. It's going so quickly. From when the first iPhone came out to now, there's like AI robots walking around. Like it's happening so quickly that it's exciting where it's going, and that's why we want to educate ourselves about it. But there is that other side that's a little bit scary because that's the unknown. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like, have y'all never seen any of those robot movies where it's like shit takes over?
Have
it's
you
like
seen the movie
here we are.
Yes.
I know what it is. I know what it is, but I haven't seen it. But you know they're coming out with a thing like that. You know they're coming out with a thing like that. Like it's a thing that you could wear that like is basically like a companion for you that like you can talk to. And it's crazy. AI, and it learns like it's like ChatGPT, but like a
people
thing.
Marry their AI. I saw that.
No way. What? Like legally?
Oh, that's upsetting.
How do I do that?
That's upsetting. Isn't that like that's just silly?
So like, how do I go about it?
So where do I?
So what is a date like?
Commit a relationship with me.
AI signs the papers back.
Done.
Create your own
document.
signature.
The AI took half your money and got a divorce. Honestly,
I mean,
Hey, if everything's eventually like crypto, it's like it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
well,
Really fast. Don't marry your AI. That's the moral of the story.
it's just funny to me that we all are kind of using it in different ways. Like you're using it for like business ideas or like interior design and stuff. You're kind of using it how
I use a bit of everything, to be honest with you.
And then you're using it heavily on health. So like it's just interesting. So many people are like tailoring it to themselves. But yeah, it's interesting how much it does start to like know us so well. I'm like, dude, you know me better than like sometimes myself. I'm like, oh,
I love that it does that though, because
It's almost like a journal.
Yeah,
like,
it really
I
is.
never journal, and I've always been wanting. I was like, I wish I would get into it, but it's kind of nice because it's almost just talking out loud, because it was hard for me to be vulnerable growing up. So it's like forcing me to actually pay attention to what's going on in my life, which is helping me grow quicker. I was like, oh, don't do that again, or like learn from that instead of just keep repeating the same mistakes. So I was like, I think
it's a very positive thing. If you're like a fully functioning adult that like understands life, I think it can be an amazing tool for your life.
As you said, using it as a tool, I think, is such a benefit in our lives and adds such value. But I think then if you overstep it and rely on it for your day-to-day life and control your thoughts, that's when you kind of break that barrier of having it as a tool and not just as, and using it, overusing it as a resource.
Yeah.
Are any of you guys gonna go? One of my like little homeworks for you guys, if you haven't done it already, is just take a screenshot of your co-star if you have the app of your birth chart, upload it into ChatGPT, have it break you down, and then tell it like your goals and the things you want in your life, and then tell it to tell you how to get there, because it knows like your strengths and weaknesses based off your. And it's weird how like. I mean, I've been heavily getting into like birth charts and stuff. Garrett knows because he's
done human design.
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, that one's amazing.
That one's crazy.
That just made it's so funny you said that, because I was thinking that's really hard to like decipher. I've showed you that before, Tara.
Yeah, you have showed it to me.
So
I forget which one I
ChatGPT could
am.
probably
So like all you need to do is like screenshot your like the weird chart thing with all the things, and then it'll just break it down for you in a simple way. Because I'm like, I need to do that too.
You're right.
I haven't done that.
I need to do that.
But remember, it was so spot on with you. It said exactly what you are.
I can't remember what it was.
I think it was something
It
about
was that you argue a lot with your significant
something with something with manifesting. Like I think mine is like a manifesting generator or like
That's what mine is.
something like that. It's that sounds right. Or it could have been
it is. Yeah.
something like that.
generator.
Something with a 5. I don't know. But remember, it was so spot on with me. And then yours was like, you're here to like help people like realize their potential. Like that was a big thing of yours, among a multitude of other things. But like that was like a big part of like your mission. And it's obviously so true.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
that's what you
always
do.
sees the good in people.
Like you do. Almost too much sometimes.
Yeah, we're like, chill. They're not great to be around.
You're like, really?
But I see this
Perfectly segues into my next topic, actually.
Wow.
So friendships and energy. How do you protect your energy as a woman in LA without being too guarded to making new friends?
Nah, you just gotta pop off.
Crash out. No. It's hard. I feel like for me, even coming from Australia to America, integrating into a whole new social scene, not knowing anyone is very daunting. And I feel like I did have so many walls up, and like to a certain extent still do, because it's hard to know where you fit in to people's lives and if that mutual energy is always reciprocated. I feel like leading with an open heart is important, and letting like whatever will be full in its place. Like if people aren't meant to be there, true colors will always show up and things will go in different directions, and that's okay. Everyone's on their own journey. But I think it's one of those things, you find the people that you're aligned with, you find the people that you can have those open conversations with, that you feel protected by, like your energy, and you're respected by and you're supported. I think that's really important, is just finding like-minded people. But it's a journey within itself, and I feel like, well, things are always changing all the time, and we are as people changing all the time, so that means your surroundings might change too. So for me, I try my best to just keep an open mind and heart until like whatever will be. But yeah, I think just trusting your own process, but it's difficult, man. I still struggle with it.
I was going to say, before anyone else goes, I just want to tell the audience, like, I would say you're the most extroverted, outgoing one of the group. Like, for sure, right here, sitting on this line. You're so, like, bubbly, extroverted, really, like, someone that I feel like people feel comfortable to go like be around. You have that. So I feel like even for you a lot more. But with you, what I noticed is like you were so lovely prior to me being close with you, but then when I had that one night with you at Coachella, a couple of years ago, it's always freaking Coachella. Me and her had a night. We were out till like
partying, bonds,
10 a.m. We like took people's sunglasses because it was so freaking bright outside. I was like,
it was as bright as our future. I was like, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. As bright as our future, Tara.
And then I saw like a whole nother amazing side of you on a deeper level. So yeah, you do guard yourself. And now I can see it now when I'm closer with you.
Yeah, it's like I'll be be the best version of me as I can be, but having those connections that be like, oh, that was the moment that kind of draws you in to show your true vulnerable side. Yes. I feel like I keep my walls up to a certain extent, and then once it's like it's okay to have those soft spots too, and not always be as strong, and you don't always have to show up as that bubbly person. But that I feel like those connections are when you really start forming those like long-term relationships.
For sure, it's funny how when you party with people, it's just so much easier, right?
It's so bonding.
Yeah,
it is.
Well, because
imagine bond on a different level.
If you're on a substance or alcohol, it's a lot easier to like let your guard down.
Exactly that.
Like, I'll show my authentic self. Let me tell you my insecurities.
Yeah.
But what do you guys? What about the rest of you guys? When you go out, you see girls out. Like, how do you keep yourself guarded, but not to the point where you're not like meeting new people or making new friendships?
Mine was the opposite. If anything, I was too guarded. I'm learning to like fix that because I had traumas from when I was younger. Like every best friend I had growing up fucked me over, and they were like bullied me. So then I like was scared of women, and I wouldn't like fully let them in. I would always keep it surface level and have like one or two people at a time. And now I'm like realizing, because I released those traumas, I can actually like let people in, be more vulnerable, show more sides of myself. And I think the main thing for me, what I'm noticing with friendships, is I just need to speak up on how I like to be treated in a friendship, because I would always get mad and cut them out of my life because they treated me a way I didn't want, and then I would lose people so quickly. So I was like, that's what I'm learning to do.
Yeah.
Speak the fuck up.
And that's what I helped you with.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's good to be like, because no one always knows how to treat you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times you can get hurt by something, but they don't even know they did it.
They can't read your mind.
So it's like how you need to give people the benefit of the doubt. And if they do that same thing again, then you're like, okay, I told you this, we talked about it, and then now you did it again.
Yeah.
So I always believe in like confronting people or being assertive, not in a nice way, and just be like, hey, I care about you a lot. But when you did X, Y, and Z, it kind of hurt my feelings, made me feel like this. And then you have those conversations and it makes you stronger. Me and you have had those.
I was just thinking that. Like, we've had moments.
That was my trauma.
No, like, we've had moments in our friendship where, like, normally, like, I don't know, it's just like the way, it's like we handled it almost like family. Like, it was like, okay, we're upset right now because we're obviously misunderstanding each other. But, like, at the end of the day, we meet in the same spot. And we're just like, I love you so much. Like, I think it's just about, if you really want like a lifelong friendship, which like I'm not really interested in friendships that aren't lifelong. Like that's kind of how I feel. So that's why LA is like, it's a difficult
I'm the same way.
Rope to walk. She's a Cancer as well. So it's like, so I think like for a long time I was really like, especially being in LA, I think I got burned so many times because I would find myself in friendships with like, and I'm not talking about like my childhood best friend. Like she's my sister, my family for the rest of my life, always will be. But like when I first came here, I had a couple friendships that like I felt like I was so afraid of being abandoned that I would like deal with so much stuff. And I just ended up being a punching bag because I was like too nice and too like loving and like too this. And not to say, oh my gosh, I'm this amazing person. I think it's just like that fear of rejection and like not speaking up for myself and how I really felt and just that building up over time and then it just like disintegrating. But now I feel like I'm different because I'm like older, I'm more mature, I love myself more. So I think now I am guarded, kind of like Casey, but I feel like you're more like, you're such a fun and like bubbly and social person that I feel like even if it's like you don't know someone, you could be like, oh, you're so comfortable like that. And I feel like I've gotten better with that as I've gotten older and more secure in myself and secure in rooms, just being myself and being like, this is me. But I think like I'm more like, okay, I'm like in myself kind of trying to see who's safe. Like, is this person safe? So maybe that person might take me being like, oh, is she okay? Like, is she a bitch or something? But really, I'm just analyzing to try to see if I'm safe. It's not because I'm judging them.
That's your boundaries.
It's just kind of like, but I could see how it could seem like maybe like that. And I'm not necessarily like that outside of LA. It's just this world that we're in, like in entertainment and influencers, it can be dark. So I think like I'm just kind of like, I've been burned so bad over shit that I'm just like, I've got a good thing going here that I'm not really like keen to just like letting some person in, hey buddy, like I'm not, you know, but I'm open in the sense of like, I'm going to be nice to people. Of course I'm going to be myself, but like, I'm definitely not the person to be like, hey girl, oh my gosh, let's hang out this weekend. Like, unless it's like
I
a
was
deep,
definitely like that, like in my early 20s.
Yeah,
like when I
it's
first moved to LA, I feel like I was definitely like trying to people please because I was trying to fit in and just like make friends. But I agree with everything you said. Like as I've gotten older, I've definitely become a lot more guarded because I've also been burned many times. I feel like through experience you just kind of learn how to use your discernment more and just really get a feel for how people move. And not everybody here in LA is that nice.
And it's not
all of our
personal.
friends are great and amazing. Thank God. But they're
Finding
definitely
your people is like so nice.
I would say now I'm looking at all of your qualities, actually, you're someone that gives a lot more chances to people. Like, not in a bad way. Like in a good way. You're way more like you're okay with not liking someone. Like you'll give people the benefit of the doubt. That's what I meant. For sure. Like you'll be more open. You'll be more like, okay, well, I know people don't like this person, but I'll keep trying. Yeah. Like you give people the benefit of the doubt.
I'll glory to God.
We were just talking about the other weekend. You know, I was just thinking about our conversation. You give people the benefit of the doubt, even if you get everyone telling you like, hey, no, this is not a good person. You're like, well, I haven't seen it. So that's a good quality though, because you're like, until I see it, I'm gonna be loving. Yeah. But then
it can bite you in the ass though.
Yeah. I think what's important too, like especially as we're growing, like our friendships, you know, they become those long-term friendships. So you have your safe space, and I think where you put your energy is so important, because if your energy isn't reciprocated, that's where like those feelings of can feel abandoned or, you know, you can feel you feel left out or isolated. So I think like as I'm growing those friendships are evolving, it is important who you're surrounding yourself with. You're not just going to go and make coffee with the girl that you met at Coachella, you know, because that time and that energy is important. And if you don't have the time to be able to show up for yourself, how are you going to establish to meet these new friendships? That's why I think establishing those long-term relationships is so important, because that's like your lifeline navigating through the world. If you don't have that family, that sisterhood, it's like, what are you doing it all for, you know? So I think as we're getting older, those friendships are changing, our circles are changing, and we have our core people that we rely on.
Sure. We're also learning more about our value and our worth as we get older. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely am. Like I would just go and meet up with people because it was convenient and I was available. Like as I've gotten older, I feel like I'm a lot more particular with who I spend my time and energy with. Yeah.
And your time is more valuable.
Yeah.
Also because you get more comfortable being alone.
100%.
Yeah. You're like I like now I'm not as scared to be with me.
Yeah.
I'm not too comfortable. I don't mind staying home. I don't mind just staying home tonight. So it's more like, whereas when we were younger, we felt like we had to do something every weekend.
Yeah, because we're having FOMO. Yeah. I still get FOMO, but
I know I still do sometimes. I'm like, damn it. But it's gotten better. Okay, how do you know when a friend no longer serves you?
I feel like if you did set a boundary or you said how you wanted to be treated, and then they're like still doing the opposite, and they know that they're purposely hurting you because now they're aware of it. When I know someone's like, they're aware of what they're doing and they still choose to do it, then I'm like, I can't, because now you're hurting me on purpose. Like it's not like I didn't know. That's where I'm like, now it's toxic.
Yeah. Like they have to respect your boundaries.
Yeah.
We're like, it's real quiet in here.
I'm just like,
we're like, who did all y'all dirty?
I'll say mine.
Not a fun feeling.
Let me think of what mine is. I feel like I don't feel like I notice it as much anymore because I have gotten better at choosing who I hang out with. But I think a big one for me was when I see like their character. Like if I've seen enough, I also give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. And I was way more heavily like that before Unruly. Yeah. I was even more like that. After Unruly and just how much it blew up and then how many people were trying to take, I got more comfortable with being okay with putting a guard up because I had to like be protective. So that part of me grew. And so I wasn't going to be in a place where just would be a pushover. So anyways, so now my thing is like, if I see someone's character at a few things that I'm like, their character isn't lining up with what I value and my values, then I'm okay with like cutting them out. But I'm also balancing with a part of me that's like, okay, it's not like I hate them anymore. I just don't want to have to like, I don't want to invest into the relationship anymore. I'm like, I'm okay with like being like, okay. But me and you kind of talked about this. You kind of know from Coachella too.
Coachella will make or break a friendship.
I was talking
of
this
them.
with Casey at Coachella, but I was like, it's not that I don't hate them. It's more so just in general in life, I've learned to be like, okay, if someone's character isn't lining up in certain levels, then I don't feel like I can like invest in them or put my heart into it. And I'm really bad at like being friends with someone and then having to like.
You're not good at having a guard. You put your heart in all the way.
Exactly.
So you're
I'm
just
bad at
protecting
putting the
yourself.
guard. I'm bad at putting a guard up if I'm like hanging out with you more often.
She gets very invested.
I get invested and I care too much.
I get invested too. I feel like I've lost, because even my journey of just coming over here too, I've lost friends along the way that I thought were going to be there forever. Mm-hmm. And that comes back to just how like people's journeys go down different roads. Mm-hmm. And it's okay for things to go down different paths and for you to realize, okay, we're just not on the same trajectory anymore. And like things just kind of run their natural course sometimes. And I feel like I've felt it with friendships in the past. I'm like, and that's okay. It's not like there's any like bad will or anything that's like held on. It's just like, I'm going here and you're going here. And that's just sometimes where the fork in the road comes.
Because you just grow differently.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I feel like I've experienced that with a couple of friendships over the years, like moving out here, that things just aren't the same, especially with that big gap. It's like you can't hold on to something that's not as present in your life. You have to choose that right direction for you.
Mm-hmm. You've had some people fall out of your life significantly in LA.
but
let's name them.
But the thing about it, I was actually just thinking about it, is like what's so weird about it is like I truly am so like I love hard, like really hard. And so I don't just have friends that I'm like, oh, you're just kind of my friend. Like I'm either like all in and like I love you, you're my family, I would like do anything for you. And I think what was a hard pill to swallow as I got older is that like not everybody looks at friendship like that, and especially here. So I think like I'm really big on like loyalty and just like I will ride for you until the ends of the earth. If there's somebody that hurt you, they're dead to me. Like they're dead to me. And so it's like I think like going through life and realizing that and people that I would do that for and people that I would put my all into, I don't get the same in return. And so it's like the friendships that I lost were like people that were my really close friends, never even had an argument with. And then it's like they all kind of did the same thing to me. And I didn't even really like yell at them about it. I didn't want to have a fight about it. I didn't want to like say, you're wrong and this, make them feel bad. I literally just never spoke to them again because what they did was so so like unbelievable. It was like, oh wait, you're not even like the person I thought you were. Like this is so unforgivable that it's like, what a conversation about what? Sometimes there's nothing to talk about.
God will do that and make it so obvious,
and I'm not the type
for them to react in a crazy way, and you're like, "Why is this happening?"
And I'm not the type of person to sit there and be like, "I need to make you feel bad now because I need to show that I'm right." I'm not that. I'm not a one-up type of person. I don't need to make you feel bad to make myself feel validated. It was just so dark, like, and so out of the blue that I was just kind of like, "Ooh, I feel that hurts." But like, we're not. This
no other
isn't
option than
friendship
values are
breakups
different.
are like worse in real, like relationship breakups. Like friendship breakups really like sting because it's like that sisterhood that's unconditional and a bond that you never think you're gonna feel like that. And then if something like that happens, it's like it like hits you in the chest real deep. The scary ones for sure.
It sucks. Like I also had a family member that I was really, really close to that was like my literal sister, and they know what I'm talking about. But like that betrayal, it was like a lifelong. Imagine like someone that's like, and this happens to people every day. I mean, this life, it's like lifelong since we were born, like sisters, someone I idolized like my whole life, like looked up to. And then it was like what happened was like so out of the blue and so shocking, and I don't really know and understand the reasoning behind it. obviously I don't think they're in a good place in their life, and I think that had something to do with it. But it's like, then when it happened, she didn't want to talk to me about it. She didn't want to. It was so like, hey, why? I'm so chill. I would have been like, especially with her, been like, oh, hey, like, oh, I kind of fucked up. This happened. Like, I would have been all there for it. But it was like, she would rather not speak to me, all because she doesn't want to admit the wrong. Right. She would rather just let me suffer, like just suffer. And it's like over a year has gone by now. My family member that refused to even speak to me. And I'm the first person that like, okay, I might get mad in a moment, but if I fuck up, I will say, hey, I fucked up. I messed up. I love you, because I love the people in my life more than having to prove that I'm never wrong. We all fuck up. So it's like, she just couldn't, she was so uncomfortable even thinking about admitting that she was wrong, that she would rather make me feel crazy. So I felt so abandoned and so like empty and so sad, and I mourned the relationship. And so it's like, now it's like I don't even know her anymore. Like I fully like I don't hate her, but like I don't feel anything anymore. Like what I thought we had, I realized it was never real.
It's a scary place when you get there.
And that's the hardest thing, because you're just like, what is real? And then it makes you kind of like, it's hard to kind of ride that line of like, I hope that it's happened to me so many times in my life with people that I never thought it would, out of the blue, that it's scary, because it's like the people in my life now, I would be crushed if I lost. But you're just like, oh my gosh, if those people did that, like, how do you, it's just scary. It's scary.
It's a scary thing.
It's a scary thing, but that's what's about life. It's like, it just changes. And like,
there was this woman I had come on, she's like a spiritual coach, and she's like, you have a soul contract with people, and at some point the soul contract can end. Ugh. And then they no longer serve you in your life anymore, and you're supposed to,
they're part of your growth.
Yeah, they're part of your growth and your journey. And then at some point that soul contract's supposed to end, because you're supposed to go a different way. And that's like, I think all of life is about, like, obviously we all want to like attach to things and hold on to things. And that's what, just when I was thinking about you talking, think about how many people have like stayed in their hometown and kept the same group of friends. I know. Their whole life.
No,
I'm like, how? Literally everybody from, because they're like holding on to it so much. They probably felt like, this is not really serving me, but it's okay. I've known them for so long, so I'll just stay.
Yeah. This is exactly why people settle in relationships.
Yeah. We were just talking about that. I was just talking to her about that. But
people
the
are so
older
comfortable.
You get, though, the more you understand why.
Yeah.
The more you're like, okay, true. I'm not going to do that. Like, we've all pulled ourselves out of relationships in situations that it's like, hey, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's hard to do.
It is.
But it's like, the older you get, the more you're like, I do get it. Because you're like, these fears come in and you're like, well, what if I don't find someone else?
What if I,
my
post Saturday was literally like, everything's changing. I'm like, okay. Damn.
And I hate change.
She's good. You're good at change. We talked about that.
I adapt to my, I'm like a chameleon. I like to adapt to my environment. I like to keep things moving. Change doesn't scare me. If I get too comfortable, I'm like, something like I need to heal or grow somewhere.
I get bored if
it's
moving. Too comfy.
Yeah.
What's your moon sign?
I'm rising Gemini, moon in Cancer. That's why I feel so much. But then I'm crazy, so what are you going to do?
Well, that reminds me of when I saw that about you. Like, because I just didn't, like, you have that, like, little wall up, and, like, we've always been friends. But then, like, when we connected that one time, I was, like, bawling, crying. And I was just, like, and I was just, like, I had no idea, like, to see that side of you is so lovely and so deep and so nurturing and, like, so real. And I was just like, oh, this is like a real ass person. This is somebody that, like, no matter what, even if we go time without talking, even if we hung out every day or we didn't, like, I know that I can count on you. And like, you're some real shit, because you've been through some real shit and you're a real person. And I think it's funny how all of us kind of show up differently in, like, that world of, like, we do have to protect ourselves. And I think, like, you know, with you would never expect, because you're just so fun loving and easy to, like, get along with everybody.
That's like, I put out, like, I guess when you're talking about trauma, it's like I put out what I used to want to receive. So it's like I want to, like, give so much love, but that's kind of like my defense mechanism is, like, sometimes trying to shy away from, like, the things that I'm, like, holding on the inside. It's like yeah, it's my safety armor in a way. So I'm, like, dealing with actually, like, then allowing love in to get those softer sides out without trying to put up that wall of just, like, happy-go-lucky sometimes. It's like a weird thing to navigate, right? But if you push it away too much, then you isolate yourself, because you're just that fun-loving person that is only there for a good time. I'm like, no, there's so much more depth that I'm like, need to center myself with that, you know? It's a journey for sure.
How do you get yourself to a place to be so like ready to take on like new experiences all the time? Because you constantly are adding.
I'm constantly on the move. I don't know. I feel like my life has always been, sometimes I need to slow down because it always feels like fast forward, that I'm used to being quick on my feet and always moving, but it does take a toll, because then when I do stop and everything goes quiet, sometimes it's a little bit like that shadow that I'm like, now that I don't have that constant movement and all this excitement, then when I'm stopping, I'm finally a week home in my apartment, I feel this like wave of like that darkness of like, am I not doing enough? I'm so hard on myself, that I'm now trying to learn to slow down to kind of combat that moving quickly, because the moving quickly isn't the thing I struggle with, it's the stopping for me.
Wow.
Yeah, because
you're the opposite of us.
Yeah, the excitement.
Well, then you're not distracted, so all those feelings that you're ignoring
that
inside.
I push down, sometimes that's when which is what I'm like still processing. I mean, we're always working on ourselves, but it's that stop that I'm like, need to get better at, because I'm so good at the quick.
Hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing more.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So then when I do stop, and I'm still doing things, it's not like I'm just stopping and sitting at home, just doing nothing, watching TV. Like, I'm still doing a lot when I'm stopping, but it's the stopping that I need to get better, more comfortable with, because I'm comfortable with the quick. Wow. It's like fast forward. I'm a Gemini.
What about you? How do you feel? Have you became more of like, as you've gotten older, more like staying home, but you also do a lot too?
I would say I travel a lot, but I definitely feel like I'm more introverted. Like, I just really like to be alone and especially being single now. It's like, I got out of a relationship last August, and it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed my time alone. I feel like I definitely had like a codependency issue.
Did you guys live together?
No, thank God. But every boyfriend I had before that, I lived with them. So this last one, I was like, we're not going to live together, and I'm glad we didn't. But it's tough. I feel like the same with you. Like, when I'm traveling, like, I'm able to distract everything that's happening in my life, and then as soon as I get home, that's when I really I get really introverted, and I isolate myself, and I don't want to see people for like days on end, and then I'll get out of that. So I don't know, I feel like I go in phases with that, but
because I feel like it's always finding a balance.
It's finding that balance that I think is hard, especially in the lifestyles, and like that I'm so grateful, and we're blessed to have like all these amazing experiences around. Of course I want to say yes and go experience
I know,
life.
like, of course I want to go to Saint-Tropez and Paris and Monaco, and
it's hard to say no, but then it's like kind of when the lights are off and the music's over, like what's going on underneath all that. So it's like, I think but we're also aware of like the things that make us us and the things that we need to work on, that it's like we're aware that they're there. It's not like we're putting a mask on something that we're not working on. I think that just when that stop, you can't isolate yourself. You need to keep like
I feel like I have a problem doing that.
I recluse as well.
And like I feel like I should be going out and doing hobbies and like meeting with my friends and just doing more things to like stop myself from isolating, but I feel like I get the most revelations when I'm alone.
I think it's good to have that alone time, but a fear that I have, and that's why I asked if you lived with him, is like when I live with someone, because I do cherish my alone time, I'm like worried about like having boundaries in the house. Like I want like my own separate room that I could go to like leave me alone.
Like I feel like the quickest way to learn if you're compatible with somebody is just move in with them immediately. Then you'll just find out like really quickly if you're meant for each other or not.
It's true.
No, it's very true. Like first 5 months, just get a house together.
Damn, get a 6-month
do a little
lease.
trial
Honestly,
run.
Then you just like can go through all the ones that aren't meant for you, and then you realize who is.
The AI robot.
You can filter out all the bad ones that way.
Question: what friendship green flags are you calling in this year?
People who are working on themselves, kind of like the interest that I have right now. I'm very into like personal growth and releasing traumas and things like that. So I wanted to manifest more people that are into similar things that I'm interested in right now. Because it is a little bit isolating sometimes because I'm a little bit too obsessed. But someone with similar interests would be sick.
I think I'm fine with where I'm at with my friends. I don't know. I think like, I already have everything that
Thank you.
I always wanted. Like, I don't know. I just like, if there was somebody that was meant to be in my life, of course I'm open to that. And I think I would feel it just like I did with y'all. But I think like I'm completely fine where I'm at. I think like if God has someone else that's meant to be in my life, then come on. Come on in.
I agree with both those things. I feel like stable in my friendships, and I also like because we're all evolving, I want to be around people that, you know, can challenge my mindset and bring out the best version of me as well. I think that reciprocated energy and being able to pour into each other's cups, because obviously we all have our good and bad days, and like just having those friendships that really kind of, when you're down, it's like, you know, it like just balances it out with each other. I think it's important to have that unconditional support, whether or not you're your best self or, you know, your worst self. I think those friendships are the most important.
Those, and that energy of like, I just really wanted to say real quick, like, for instance, when we first became like best friends and then we were best friends, like, it's like you should feel like when you're with people, like there's all three different types of people that will drain your energy, people that are neutral, that don't hurt or bring up your energy, and then people that make you feel like almost electric after you're with them. Like you feel charged up and happy about life and like so supported and like everything's just looking up, you know? And it's like, that is friendship for me. That's something that I value, and that I'm not like, sometimes in your life, it's okay to like be that person for somebody that maybe needs an extra boost, but I think like not at your own expense.
Absolutely.
You know what
can't
I mean?
pour from an empty cup.
Not at your own expense, but I think like that's what I feel in my friendships, is I feel so like happy and like I'm bringing them up and they're bringing me up, and it's like a loving, just like abundance and like just high energy. Just
bringing out the best in each other and helping each other grow and evolve. I think that's the beautiful thing about friendship, right? Yeah. Agreed.
I feel like a green flag for friends is communication and loyalty. I feel like those are things that I really, really value, especially communication. I feel like it's really, I had a lot of friends in the past where I feel like we fell out because we were just not communicating correctly. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've definitely learned how to communicate more properly, and also how to discern when somebody's communicating to me. So I would say that.
Yeah, that's good. Communication's huge. My last, do you have something?
No,
else?
and just loyalty.
Loyalty. My last one, real quick, because actually this
what
one's
about
good
you,
too.
Tara?
Tara.
What friendships are you wanting?
What's your green flag? Just like me and AI are doing really well.
I think for this year, I feel like I want what you do. I would want someone to kind of push me out of my comfort zone again, like to like up level, because I feel like I've always been that person, but I feel like now once I got more successful and stuff, I then like pulled back and like became more like wholesome and like my, being okay with staying home and things like that. And now I feel like I need a new like spark in life. So
I want to get you to be more spontaneous.
All right, well, let's go.
It's Friday night.
Let's book a trip. Yeah.
We're booking it. Okay, wait, this one too, real quick, because this is a good one for women listening. How do you know when a woman truly supports you and isn't subtly competing with you?
They're happy for your success.
Okay. How do you know when a woman is supporting you and isn't subtly competing with you?
They're happy for your success. And anything good that's happening in your life, you could tell. I could feel when someone's like actually happy when I share things, because you can feel there's a part of you when you share it with somebody who isn't happy for you. There's like a part of you that's like, okay, I won't say any more about that, because you're like, oh, I didn't mean to like trigger you or make you feel bad about yourself. I just wanted to share something I'm happy about. I'm like, that's always like a true sign.
I feel like something I experienced in the past was whenever I would bring up something that I was working on or something that I was doing, this specific girl would always be like, oh, I was going to do that. Or, oh, that was something I was going to do. Oh, it's crazy that you did that. I was literally thinking about that last week. Like, they always like make it about them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you can tell, okay, maybe you're not happy for me.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just
when
insecure.
they start dressing like you.
Or they're like copying you exactly. I don't really mind that though. I feel like flattered when people are like copying me or like inspired. But then there's some people that just like take directly. Too far. Yeah.
Well, I think it's different when like you can feel when a friend is like not happy, like they're coming from a place of lack of like, oh my, like you can kind of feel that. it's hard to really pinpoint. It's just a feeling that we
like
have
with
as
women.
women.
We can feel it.
You know,
like,
but
our intuition is so strong.
Yeah,
but it's different where like you could inspire, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, it's different when somebody in your life might be like, oh my gosh, like they're so happy for you, but they're also like, wow, like that's inspiring me to go after something similar, or like that's inspiring me. It's like you're inspiring someone you love. I think that's a different thing. I think like, you know, the people in your life that are kind of like selfish, or like if you have anybody, like somebody that's like, oh well, like what about me? You know what I mean? Versus people that are like, you can still be like, oh my gosh, I'm so genuinely happy for you. But like, wow, hey, you know what? Like, I could work harder. They're working hard as shit. They're accomplishing shit. This makes me want to boss up too. I think that's a different energy.
I feel like that's why confident girls hang out with confident girls.
100%.
Like, that's why all of our friends, we're all confident, and that's why we all hang out with each other. Because I think no insecure bitches will last.
I've never felt like a competitive energy at all.
I feel like going back to the question, I feel like it is when you're surrounded by, you know, people that are confident in their own like goals and dreams, like when your friends want your goals and dreams for you, like more than you want them for yourself in a way, and they'll send you things and send you auditions and be like, you'd be great for this. And when you get that win, they're the most excited person in the room, and they celebrate your wins almost more than you do because they believe that you have that. I think that's when you know when someone's so genuine, because it's not a competition. They want it for you just as much as you want it for yourself. I think that's a beautiful thing that you feel with secure women and within themselves, because they add that value to your own self. Be like, I can do it. Even on days you like that doubt, they're rooting for you in your corner as well.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because there's room for everybody.
There is
like
room
if
for
somebody
everyone.
doesn't realize that, it's like there's 7 billion people in the world. There's endless amount of money to be made. There's endless amount of like success.
Ideas,
it's
everything.
like, dude,
There's room for all of us.
yeah, and we're all different and special in our own way. And I think like true love, whether it's a relationship or a friendship or like any sort of relationship, I think true love, you're always going to want to see that person happy.
Exactly.
It's not the expense of you.
And a good thing to think about is like, you are who you hang out with. So if your friend
That
is like
I've been
leveling
really,
up,
I've
it's
been
going to
really
inspire
like
you.
sitting on
exactly.
that thought the last week.
Me too.
Like really, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I've been
I have
thinking about that a
recently a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, you are who you hang out with. Thank God, all of y'all are great.
Yeah. They say like show me who your closest, like, what is it, 8 friends are, and I'll show you who you are.
Yeah.
Show you life.
Yes.
Yeah, show you your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary,
Isn't it?
because then you really got to be like particular.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
There's no point in sitting first class if your besties can't be with you. So we all got to win.
Okay, let's go into would you rathers.
I'd rather do it all. What?
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Would you rather accidentally block your soulmate or post like your ex's photo from 2017 on his Instagram?
Like my ex.
Like my ex.
Yeah, I like my ex's
Ain't
story.
nothing stopping me from meeting my husband.
From 2017?
Yeah, it looks like you were
Don't give a
scrolling
shit.
deep.
Let's go
He's like,
25th
she's really
meeting.
thinking about me.
I'm like, just making sure I still look cute. Okay. Like.
Would you rather be spiritually aligned but broke, or rich and slightly toxic?
I would rather be broke.
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 Spiritually aligned. Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like you'd still get rich. You're rich in other ways.
The
like,
first shall go last, and the last shall go first.
you'll be rich in other ways, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because no matter
you
what,
should
you get to abundance.
Money
if you're
doesn't bring
spiritually
happiness. It
aligned.
never will. Like ever.
I mean, but
still
you'd still
have to
cry
be
in a
with
mansion.
you.
Right? Like it makes things like comfortable. It adds like something to your life. But like true happiness doesn't come from money. It comes from love and like connection
100%.
and
comes from-
fulfillment.
You want to
agree
live
with that.
life.
Yeah.
Not-
It's like if you're
money's
focused
just
on
a
only
bonus.
money, it's never going to be enough. You're going to become a millionaire, then you're going to be like, oh, now I want to become a multimillionaire. You're going to become a multimillionaire. You're going to be like, now I want to become a billionaire. You're going to become a billionaire and realize it's the same shit, just it looks different.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
doesn't change.
That bit.
Would you rather go viral for crying in your car, or go viral for a vision board that you made of your ex's photos?
That's kind of funny.
I always give shit to girls who cry on TikTok.
I don't think I've ever like gone out
I'm
my
like,
friends
I
when I'm
probably
crying.
would do
Yeah,
that.
but that's them filming themselves crying.
Yeah,
I think
isn't
that's
that what it
different.
said?
I thought
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
that's what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like
It's of
somebody's
you-
filming you. You're just at
I
a
mean,
red
it
light
could be
crying
a-
in your car.
It
It's
could
like
be
they
of
filmed
you.
you.
Well,
So I'm like,
it's
I don't
of
give a
you
shit.
crying. So
Of laughter? Damn.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
because
I think
going
I would do that
viral
one
for a vision board that you made of your ex's photos
A
is kind
vision
of
board.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's like
cool.
oddly specific, but
Yeah.
yes, I would be cringed.
Nah, I will cry it out.
I'll cry it out.
I need a hug, whatever.
I know, I feel like I would do that too.
Would you rather date a man that isn't in touch with his emotions or one that cries more often than you?
Cries.
Man, just cry for us.
That's a big one.
That's huge.
Cries.
Would you rather date a man? Sorry, that's a big one. I want guys to hear that. Would you rather date a man that isn't in touch with their emotions or a man that cries more often than you? They all said cries.
But like, how often we cry? Oh, I didn't cry that much, so I guess it's fine.
I cry all the time.
Because
like not like full blown. I mean, I am very sensitive.
I mean, I cried last week. What am I talking about?
whoops, I cried here. It's so normal you don't notice.
I know. Because I'm in the shower, I don't see the tears come out. Okay.
Like
No one's gonna know in here.
That's funny. Would you rather heal your daddy issues or finally get a text from your dream man?
Heal my daddy issues.
I feel like my dream man's not going to text me unless I
No,
heal
you
that.
have to heal your daddy issues to get the dream man.
Yeah.
Yeah, daddy. I mean, if I had daddy issues, then yes.
Yeah, if I had daddy issues, then yes.
Well,
but
You're like, but I
Praise
don't.
God, it's just me then.
I don't.
I'll just heal that.
Would you rather get a psychic reading that exposes all your toxic traits? Would you rather get a psychic reading that exposes all your toxic traits or who your future husband will be?
like
It will
exposing
tell
your
you
toxic
like
traits?
you're toxic in these ways that you might not see, or it's going to tell you who your future husband
Like
would
toxic as in like my traumas I need to heal?
be. Probably.
Because that I would be down.
that's toxic.
I would
Because I
evolve
don't feel like
as
any of us
fuck.
are toxic people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
But
but you mean
there
just
might
like
be
traits that you
you're
might not
doing
see.
that you might not see that people are like, oh gosh.
Yeah. I would probably say the traits. The
I
toxic
Yeah.
traits.
I would
Yeah.
want to
It'd
know.
be weird.
I would want to know.
Because I don't want to bring that to my future man.
Yeah.
Like, I should probably heal that.
First.
Yeah.
That
Otherwise,
is a fear of
I'm
mine. You're like
ready.
unlocking a fear because like, oh my God.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. No, but that used to be like when I was young, I think like I was always like pushed down so much and always just like, crushed like my light that like as coming into myself, it was really hard for me to talk about myself because I would get like paranoid, like, oh my gosh, do they think that like I only care about myself? Like, do they think that am I talking too much? Am I saying too much about me? Like that was like a fear that I used to have like a lot.
Yeah.
So sometimes I try to like bury that down and try to like not say stuff that I'm thinking. But like now I realize, Abby, you're not like that. Like even though you might get passionate about stuff that you're thinking, I also get passionate about the stuff that people I love. I know, but like it was a thing where I was like, oh my gosh, am I too much?
I've felt that before.
You know what
I
I mean?
understand that feeling. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm good. That was a good one.
That was good.
So I'm good, right?
The comedy timing on that was perfect.
Okay. Would you rather let your ex read all your text messages or read your ChatGPT history?
Oh,
Yikes.
hell
Text
no.
messages for sure.
Oh, God.
Yes.
ChatGPT is embarrassing for sure.
Bro.
I had a boyfriend see
I
my
think my
dream
text
about him that I analyzed. No, I analyzed his dream because he told me his dream, and I was like, I'm gonna learn about you. And then I got embarrassed because he looked at my ChatGPT and he's like, my boyfriend's dream. I was like, he's like, what? You're looking at my dream?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Well, I guess you already exposed yourself, so you're good.
Yeah, I don't care. He knows. He saw.
So all of you guys would rather read your text
Yes.
messages.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is like they're so personal.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
personal diary.
Very
So if a
Yeah.
guy, if you go through a girl's phone, you're looking in the wrong spot. If you're looking at her text,
Don't give them all our secrets.
Tell me how she actually feels about you.
expose it.
Dude, it's saying some deep, like, shit
Yeah.
nobody should know type of shit. Like, I'm talking just, like, personal,
Intrusive
private,
thoughts.
intrusitive things.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Like,
bodily issues, stomach
Like, how we
problems,
lost that?
that kind of stuff. It's like, I'm describing shit. Okay? Literally.
I'm voice noting her. Like,
Get outta
she's
here.
hearing all of it
Get outta
in
here.
detail.
It needs a lock.
It does need
Wait, it needs to go to a hidden album or something. You know how you used to be able to hide that stuff? I'm gonna put my
facial
ChatGPT in a
recognition.
vault.
I want
like
facial,
internet.
facial recognition, fingerprint analysis, take my blood prick.
Hologram, something.
that's funny. Okay. Would you rather have your dream body and no Wi-Fi for a year, or unlimited Wi-Fi and with your dream man?
Well, is my
But
body
no
still
body.
hot?
Yeah,
Your
body's
get the body and no man.
I was like, I love my body.
The body's out the window. You can either have your dream body and no Wi-Fi for a year, or unlimited Wi-Fi and with your dream man. But your body isn't your dream body.
Dream man. I'm not comfortable in my skin.
If he's with me, he don't care about my body already.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
Body's gonna keep changing.
I don't really give a shit because I don't give a shit about the Wi-Fi. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so it's really dream body and dream man. I mean, I'm picking the dream man.
I'm picking the man too.
Come on.
Yeah, it would be cool to have like a perfectly chiseled body, but
that's what I'm saying.
But then you're alone.
Fuck it. I don't give a shit that much. I ain't giving up my dream man.
No. Yeah, I'll take him.
I'll just work out hard or something.
Gotta stop.
I'll ask ChatGPT how to get me in shape while I'm got Wi-Fi with my
little
dream man.
doggies here.
He'll help me.
Oh, who?
No, I was telling the people that are on audio. They're like, "What is that? That's none of the girls. That's the dog."
That's my dream man right there.
Yeah, somebody's on her.
Are you okay?
What's wrong, little buddy?
Would you rather manifest your dream life slowly but might take some time, or instantly but chaotic?
Take time.
Time, bro.
Take time.
Because then you're
You guys
stronger.
are also emotionally mature.
Take time, because I like the journey. I like all the little steps that it takes to get to where you're going, because I feel like that's the best part is the journey. I feel like if it happened too quickly and then you get there and it's chaotic and then you just got to unbreak all that, I feel like if you do it slowly and you get to there with peace and alignment, like that journey of getting there would be so much more rewarding.
That's true. You guys are
That's
so
how good
mature.
relationships happen too, and friendships. I feel like
Takes
slow
time.
burn.
Nothing worth having comes easy.
Would you rather be deeply loved by one person or adored by millions?
Deeply loved by one.
Yeah.
But you only have one.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Like you're
As long
saying,
as they repeat
like deeply loved by millions, or just like liked?
Like really, like people are obsessed with you, but it's millions.
I mean,
It's kind of nice too.
I want to be loved by my family and stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Deeply loved by one or adored by millions?
Adored doesn't feel deep, and I need a deep connection.
I need it deeper.
They don't know you deeply.
No, that's why I'm saying I need a deep connection. That's
Like, I think, like, if you're saying basically, like, would you rather just be like, oh, everybody thinks you're awesome in the millions, but nobody really deeply loves you?
Yeah.
Definitely one person that deeply loves.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I can't not go deep. I would be so
then you would
bored.
just go
Let's go
insane.
deep.
You'd be like, oh, what? Everybody likes me because, like, of what they think they know
I
about
am.
me.
Right, because no one's taken the time to deeply know you.
I would be jumping off a cliff.
You guys already have millions that adore you.
Yeah, she's
yeah,
like,
you
give
don't
me
want
mine.
Give me one.
You're like, throw it away. Off with it. Okay, this one's kind of stupid, but would you rather date someone who believes in astrology way too much or not at all?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I feel like they'd nitpick too much if they believe in it, or way too much. It'd become every conversation that it could be a little much. And I'd be like, okay, I know I'm being a Gemini. I get it.
You're a Capri Sun and I'm an avocado.
Because I think there's some truth to it. Like, I think you could take it with a grain of salt, but I think
not run your
I'm
life.
more into someone that has, like, a relationship with God and has more of that type of connection of just knowing that, like, the connection with God instead of a connection with, I think it's fine, you know, who am I to judge? I'm not judging anybody. But I think, you know, that's God's job, not mine. But I think, like, that seems more aligned with, like, who I am. But I think dabbling into other things and seeing the significance of things is fine.
Yeah, but
But, like,
too
not
much.
letting it rule you.
Too
Like,
much.
you're, then at
Idolizing
some
it,
point,
yeah.
you're, like, worshiping that.
Exactly.
Instead of you should be worshiping
I
God.
will say the thing that made me actually interested in the guy I'm dating though was the fact that he started being like, well, what sign are you? And I'm like, an Aquarius. He's like, well, I'm a Libra. And then he started looking up our birth charts. He started reading them to me, and I was like, oh, interesting.
But I
So
think
that's your
that shows,
answer?
I think that
oh,
shows
I kind of like
depth,
that.
though.
But
Yeah,
that
he's
just
not
shows he
yeah.
shows interest.
also never
He's not
dated the guy that gave a
obsessive.
fuck about that.
He's
shit.
not
So I
obsessive
think I was
about
just
it.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't obsessed. But
Yeah,
it's kind of nice when
Yeah.
someone like likes the similar
Same
things
things,
as you,
yeah.
and sometimes we'll break it down together and how I am in my Venus sign, which is love, and his Venus sign makes so much freaking sense. I never only have been really getting into this lately, and Garrett knows because I've been having a lot of astrology readers on, and I don't know how deep it goes. Deep, dude.
Oh, yeah.
When you really get into astrology, it's wild how deep it is. Anyways. But so if you look at your Venus sign, how you are in love, and then you look at the person you're dating's Venus sign and how they are in love, it's kind of wild. And then if you put it in ChatGPT and then break it down on how you guys, like, it will show their negative qualities in love. It's like either like possessive, controlling, but then it'll show like they're positive ones in love. Okay, well, they love deeply, they're loyal. So it's like it could show you like how, and then how you are in love, and like how does that mesh, and then parts that are like pros and cons for that, and like things that might come up. So anyways, I'm going deep.
I think it can add context because but I also think like with people with that, I think there's also certain things that it's like you have to kind of take it like that, where like he has an interest and he's showing that he's interested in you and wants to learn about you. But I think like with astrology, there's truth to it. But I think also sometimes it doesn't mean that's who you are, because somebody could have like, oh, there's this trait, but they already worked through that, and that's not even a part of who they are.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So it's like I think it can add
now
context.
You're supposedly, if I was an astrologer, you're now supposedly the positive side of your sign. Because all signs have pros and cons, like positives and negatives. And if you feel them, you go to your positive.
Because when I looked back at Scorpio from like their negative traits, I definitely had that when I was insecure in my teen years. I was like, oh, yep.
Yeah, Scorpios, I kind of like, their negative qualities are controlling, possessive, jealous.
Sounds
adorable.
Wow. We love ChatGPT.
We really do.
This is your message that we love ChatGPT.
I'm uploading so much to ChatGPT after this.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Tell everyone where they can find you guys. You can go first.
You can find me on Instagram at Desiree Schlaw.
You can find me on Instagram at Case Boone.
Abby Rayo.
And Tosh, 9 p.m.
Thanks for having
us.
Thank you.
You guys are my faves. Love you.
We love you so much.
Please comment, let me know what parts you loved the most, and tell me what you want me to speak about next. I read them all, I respond to you all, and please subscribe. This means the most to me to come on here each week and connect with you all. I love you so much, and as you know, I come back every week, so I'll see you soon.